Hi, on this show, we're going to talk about being responsible for the things you say. So, I want to talk to you about being responsible, taking ownership for the things that we say, because we know that with technology where it is today and the internet and the ability to capture everything immediately and then blast it out to the world, we really have to rethink the comments that we make and the articles that we write. I think you'll agree with that. Okay, I want to take you back a little bit in time because this is a classic example of what we're going to be talking about today. Do you remember a fellow by the name of William Bennett? He used to be the drug czar under the senior Bush. He was Secretary of Education under Reagan. Well-educated guy. Well, he used to have a radio show. He may still have it, I don't know. It was called Morning in America, and it was broadcast out of Dallas, Texas. So one day, he gets a call on his show from somebody, and they're talking about Social Security. So in response to a question, he made a statement. And that statement is really important. It's important because he's going to have to live with it for the rest of his life. So I'm going to have to read this to you, so bear with me. He's talking about Social Security, and I don't know what the conversation was about, but this is what he said, and it's a quote. If you wanted to reduce crime, if that were your sole purpose, you could abort every black baby in this country, and your crime rate would go down. Now, he conceded shortly thereafter that aborting all African American babies would be impossible, ridiculous, and morally reprehensible thing to do. Then he added again, but the crime rate would go down. Of course, there was an uproar. And even President Bush commented that that wasn't a good thing for the man to say. Well, we all know that. But do we remember the modifying phrase that it would be an impossible, ridiculous, and morally reprehensible thing to do? No, we don't. What do we remember? We remember this quote, you could abort every black baby in this country and your crime rate would go down. That's what we remember. So, what's the lesson here? Let's be clear about this. The lesson is quite simply this. Once you utter the words, you write them down, you post them on the web, they are yours. You own them. And they're going to stick to you like glue, just like Bennett's words stick to him. So if you find that as a result of something happening, either something written about you or said about you or your company or a project you're involved in, and you're irritated or angry, you're upset, maybe even embarrassed, you want to respond to it. I want to suggest that you record your comments. You either write them down or maybe you record them with a video, whatever. Get it out of your system. Say exactly what you want to say. Then put it down, back away from it, walk away from the computer, take some time. Usually I'll take an hour at a minimum. Sometimes I'll let it sit overnight. I want to make sure that what I put out there is exactly what I want to say. The thing to remember is once you put something out there on the web, it's there for good. It doesn't go away. And a comment that you write, a video that you make about something or about someone, this can come back and haunt you for years. It can be reposted in places we never thought of, in ways that we wouldn't consider. But that can happen to you. And it can come back again and again and again. It can repeat like a spicy meal. So before you go ahead and potentially stick your foot in your mouth, like my grandfather would say, think before you speak. So that's the takeaway from this show. Thanks for stopping by. Think before you speak, and happy speaking.